morning, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Sunday at BGF. Today's talk is titled From MIYAOW to LENoVA. Listening to heal, speaking to support in emotional distress. We often find ourselves wanting to help those in distress, but we may not always know the right way to listen or the most compassionate way to respond. Today we will explore practical tools, MIYAOW for mindfulness, listening, and LENoVA for empathic validation to help others feel heard and safe. To guide us through this topic, we are privileged to have Dr. Cheng, consultant psychiatrist and mindfulness-based therapist at Sangway Medical Center. He is also the developer of Mindfulness Gym, which is the most scientifically validated mindfulness program for the stress reduction in Malaysia. And he serves as the president of the Buddhist Mental Health Association. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Cheng. Without further ado, I will pass the floor to Dr. Phang. We will have a Q&A section following the presentation, so please keep your questions in mind. Dr. Phang, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, sister. Is the mic working? I think it's not. And is this on? Can? Yeah. Color mic on? Good. Thank you for the very nice introduction. Good morning to all brothers, sisters in the Dharma. Good to see you again. Hi, good morning. Yeah, good to be back. I wonder who attended my previous session on Semua Sakit syndrome. I think my last session here was on anxiety and psychosomatic symptom, Semua Sakit syndrome. Okay, so today is sakit lain lah. Different issue. Yeah. In conjunction with Cheng, I would like to dedicate this morning sharing to my late dad, wishing him safe, healthy, happy in whichever realm of existence he's in. And thanks to BGF for inviting me again. I'm very grateful to BGF. BGF has contributed a lot to my psycho-spiritual and personal development over the years. I'm always very, very grateful to BGF. I'm always happy to come back to share my knowledge, my skills and experience. Yeah. So title is on From MIYAOW to LENoVA. So it's a topic on how to listen to heal and speak to support. Another way of saying is on mindful and compassionate communication. I'm not sure what's your reason for coming here today, but whatever I'm sharing today will be relevant to these situations. Okay? Number one, whatever I'm sharing will be useful for those who want to support people. If you want to learn how to support people with emotional distress, people with stress, anxiety, depression. Unmute or mute? Unmute. Yeah. So you want to learn how to support people with emotional distress, this will be relevant. May I know who is from the BGF counseling unit? BGF counseling unit. Yeah. So maybe I take this opportunity to help BGF to promote this service. So in this sector, one of the service is counseling. So there is actually a counseling course. If you are interested, you can join the course. The course will provide you with lessons on understanding yourself and to support people with emotional distress. And this is one of the things we teach in the BGF counseling unit, how to support people with emotional distress. This sharing will be useful for those who are parenting teenagers or parenting children. How many of you have teenagers at home? You're parenting teenagers? Kids. So this will be relevant. Anyone from Sunday school? The kids are downstairs, the Sunday school teachers. So this also be relevant in the parenting context. In fact, in another center last year in Kinara Metta Buddhist Society, I also did a similar sharing in the form of a workshop to help parents to connect with their teens. So helpful though for those with in marital issues, spouse marital issues. Useful for people who are caregivers. Also useful at work setting for conflict resolution. Those who are working in the customer service, dealing with talking to people, listening to people, this will still be relevant. Also relevant to people who don't know how to help. Sometimes people talk to us, we're very helpless, you don't know what to say, don't know what to talk. This also be very useful. Also, last but not least, if you're a Dhamma Duta, if you're somebody who aspire to share the Dhamma with your friends and relatives, this will also be very relevant. Sometimes before we share the Dhamma, we need to connect first. We need to build the relationship. We need to connect first. So these skills also be relevant. So I also see that whatever we'll be learning afterwards, the MIYAOW, LENoVA, various communication skill, to me is a gift of compassion. So it's also a gift. From a Dana perspective, whatever skills we're going to learn afterwards, it's also a gift to our loved ones. And any one of you here for a different purpose other than what's mentioned here? You got any other purpose for attending this session? Something like this, okay. So this is a Chinese character, the traditional way of traditional character of Chinese character, which means listen, think. How many of you seen this for the first time? Oh, still quite a lot. Yeah. Those who have seen this before, you can sleep for a while. Those who are seeing this for the first time, this is dedicated to you. Yeah. So this Chinese character of the word king, English is listen. In Chinese is king. This is the original word. This character is very interesting because he has a lot of sub-characters. In Chinese, there's character. There's also sub-character, especially for the traditional Chinese. So in this, you will see a sub-character of ear. This part. Ear. Okay? You will see a sub-character of king. This part. King. So there's a picture that will help you to remember. Okay? There's a sub-character of ten. This part. 10. Okay? There's a sub-character of I. A bit inverted. Inverted I. Okay? There's also a sub-character of 1. 1. Sub-character of 1. And finally, there's a sub-character of heart. This part. And this actually summarizes the essence of this sharing. The essence of deep, mindful, compassionate listening. At a very basic level, of course, we listen with our ears. We need our ears to listen to. Okay? We also listen as though we are listening to a king. In the sense that we pay full attention. We give respect. When we listen, we respect as though we are listening to a king. The 10 there represents perfect. Perfect. 1 is 1, undivided attention. Eye, of course, we listen with eye contact. Also paying attention. Paying attention to the body posture. Of course, we listen with heart. Represent kindness, compassion, empathy. Yeah. So I like this character. But the more important thing is how to do it. I mean, this is the principle, how to listen with compassion, how to empathize, how to listen with undivided attention, how to pay full attention. So which is the focus of this sharing. We have to actualize it, make it practical. I would like to highlight the most important part. There are many important parts, but this is the most important part. So I have to put the most important at the beginning. In case you fall asleep, in case you leave earlier, in case you go into a meditative mode, at least I highlight the most important one first. Okay. So most important one is don't give advice. When you're talking to your teenage boy, teenage girl, your kids, person who are in recess, do not give advice unless they ask for it. I have to give away exception. Do not give advice unless the person asks for it. So you are listening to me, in a way I'm giving advice, but I didn't force you to come for the talk, isn't it? you come for this sharing. Do not give advice unless the person asks for it. Very, very important. Okay? Of course, you have to understand why. Why do you think I suggest do not give advice unless it's solicited? Let's brainstorm of it instead of I share with you all the point. What do you think? Why is it so important not to give advice when we are attending to somebody who is in distress? They are not ready to accept. Yes. So they want to talk to us. Not necessarily they want advice, not necessarily they're ready. Sometimes they want, they're not ready. Sometimes they don't really want. Sometimes they say they want, but actually they're not ready. Is that whatever? They're not ready. Very good. They're not ready. But there's something we need to discuss later. How do we know whether the person is ready or not ready? It's another issue. Of course, the person is not ready. Good. Anyone? Those from BGF counseling unit. But you give them chance first. Give them chance. Why do you think it's important not to give advice?
I think they need to find their own answer.
They need to find their own answer. Yeah. Sometimes people need time to find their own answer. Or sometimes they already have the answer. Sometimes they already have the answer, and sometimes they need time. They have their own journey to discover the solution. You want to give the best. Sometimes it doesn't work that way. Sometimes I say, Chinese say, 我食唔多過你食米. I've gone through enough of life. You listen to me, this is the best solution, but they're not ready yet. They need some time. Yeah, that's good. What else? They probably feel judged or feel that I'm no good. So you have to give me so many advice. That means I'm very stupid. Or I'm not good in the Dharma practice. I feel weak, feel inferior. Yeah. If the person is depressed, I'm more depressed. Good point. Good point. Anyone? We are still giving advice, we are not listening. Good point. So it's premature advice. So when we don't listen enough, we don't know the whole story. We don't know the whole story. When we do not know the whole story, then whatever advice we give might not be helpful. And since it's not helpful, will make the person feel more helpless. Not helpful will make the person feel more helpless. Good point. Brother, you want to say something? Because of ego. Yeah. So you give so much advice. That'll be the last time you see the person. Because you give too much advice, the person feel very stupid, very ignorant, I'm no good. Of course, the person may not express that. The person may not express that, but the person may feel that. and feeling will influence our behavior, we won't see you again. Won't see you again. If a counselor, then you think, how come the client just disappear, never come back? Yeah, pride. All of us have pride. We're all not enlightened yet, isn't it? Buddhas, arahats, no pride. For us, we are all humans. In fact, I wrote a book. The title of the book is called "I'm Still Human." I'm still human. You're still human, right? I'm talking to humans, right? You all have pride, ma. So you give so much advice, especially you're already depressed. People who are depressed already have these thoughts of I'm useless, no mo yong. So you give me so much advice, I feel even more mo yong. So feel worse after talking. Our intention is to help the person, but now feel even worse. Any other reason? I think you got most of the reason. Don't give advice. So you must understand, not simply just chant, don't give advice, don't give advice, don't give advice, don't give advice, namo, don't give advice, namo, don't give advice, namo, don't give advice. Well, it's good to chant to remember, but we must understand. Same when we chant Namo Tassa, we chant the 5 precepts, we start with chanting so that you can remember. But later we have to understand whatever we chant, isn't it? So similarly, when you chant Namo, don't give advice, Namo, don't give advice, Namo, don't give advice, you must know the reason, the rationale. Yeah. So I think you got most of the point. Yeah. So a lot of people, when they talk to us, they want to listen, not necessarily fix. So this is a very important understanding. When people talk to us, especially when they are emotional distress, doesn't matter they are friends or colleagues or relatives or teens, not necessarily that they want a solution. Not necessary. Okay. They miss the real issue mentioned. We don't know the whole story. Don't know the story. It can trigger defensiveness because of pride, because of ego. Self-discovery has been mentioned. People need time to explore. You have done your exploration and discovery, but the person need time to explore. Another very important one. This is the one I want to highlight. The last part. Connection before correction. See, it's very important. I'm going to mention it one more time. Connect first before correct. Connection before correction. Because it's very, very, very important. I'll say it 3 times. Just like when you chant Namo Tassa, you also chant 3 times. Connect first before correct. Connect first before correct. Can you all say it after me? Connect first before correct. Connect first before correct. So that will be one of the very important mantra that we should take refuge in. Connect first before correct. Otherwise, we have a lot of experience to share. We may know a lot, but if you don't have the connection, there's no way to share whatever you want to share. Connect first before correct. When I share this in my clinic, after I explain, don't give advice, then I explain thoroughly what don't give advice. But when I notice the caregiver talk to my patient, they still fall into the trap of giving advice. So this don't give advice, I call it don't give advice Mara or don't give advice ghost. It's very cheeky one. Sometimes we think we're not giving advice, but it's still giving advice. Okay. So sometimes we will say, instead of giving advice, we say, if I were you, I would do this, do that. If I were you, I will do this, do that. Is that giving advice? Yes, it's still giving advice, but in a very subtle way. It's not saying, I advise you, you should do this, but it's still advice. If I were you, I would. You could have done this. You should have done that. Is that giving advice? Still giving advice. Don't worry lah, it's okay one. Just meditate. Just listen to the Dhamma talk. Just chant. Just read this sutta. Just talk to someone. Just don't do this. Just do that. Is that giving advice? Also give you advice. Okay. Why don't you try? Why don't you try to go to BGM? Why don't you try to attend Sunday school? Why don't you try meditation? Why don't you try this, that, and that and this? Did I give you advice? Also give you advice. Trust me, the best way is, I've gone through this, I've gone through that. Trust me, the best way is da 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 da. Is that giving advice? Still give you advice. So all these are also advice. Okay? Okay. I'm not saying that advice is no good, but my main point is, what first? Connect first. Connect first, then only correct out of good intention. I trust that all of us here, whenever we want to share something, is always of good intention. I trust that. Else we won't be here. But my emphasis is, we need to connect first. You need the skill to connect. Then only we correct. Then only we share our good intention. So far so good? Any other advice Mara you know of? Your favorite ones? Any mothers around? How do you advise your teenage boys, teenage girls? Tell a story. When I was your age, something like that. Or when I was young, where got like that one? Be like this one. When I was your age, it's a common one. Okay, let's move on. So point number one, do not give advice, and you know the reasons. Connect first, only correct. Okay. Then a lot of people will ask me, so don't give advice, what do I do? Do I just keep quiet? Do I just meditate, keep quiet? No. So we can listen, and listen is a very active skill. Listening is a very active skill. Listening is a compassionate act. So the first method that I suggest is called the mindful meow. Meow. This is a very simple formula that I created over the years. Very simple but very useful. So this is meow. Basically, in meow, the purpose is very simple. The purpose is to pay attention and convey to the person that we are paying attention. So there are two parts. It helps us to pay attention. When the person talks, it helps us to pay attention. And the second part, most importantly, is not only paying attention, we are conveying to the person that I am paying attention. Okay. So, meow, the M stands for So when the person is sharing something with us, the M is giving a verbal response. Then the person will continue talking. Then I is, I see. When we say I see, I have to clarify. I see doesn't mean we fully understand. I see here means I see where you're coming from. For example, I see why you're so upset. Person very upset. I see why you're so upset. It's not that I agree you're upset. I'm not siding whether who is right and wrong. I see means I can see why you're so upset. Your boy is like that, your girl is like that, your husband is like that, your boss is like that. I see, I know why you're so upset. Yeah. Oh. Wow. Basically, it's just a very simple way. It's a simple verbal response to convey to the person that I'm listening. Not necessarily that I agree. I am listening. I am following. Then the question mark here is, asking questions, not to give advice. So this is very tricky. Asking questions so that we can connect. Let's say you have, let's say your teenage girl. How many of you have teenagers at home? Just now, somebody put your hand. Teenagers. Okay. Let's say your teenage girl come back from the school and tell you something she's upset in school. So when we ask questions, we are not asking questions to give advice. We are not asking questions to challenge the girl. We are asking questions to find out what happened. So what happened? You can ask them who, what, when, whatever, ask questions. Okay. So it's a very simple tool. So let's practice a bit. So how to practice? When I point to M, you have to say, Yeah. So you imagine somebody like either your friend is talking to you, expressing, sharing something. Then you want to say, to show that you are following, not necessarily you agree. And very good. I see you're nodding your head. Yeah, it's supposed to come with a little bit of nodding the head. Of course, the body posture must be the useful. Whatever your body's posture now is alright. Open body's posture. So you cannot sit in this position like that, like a big boss like that. Cannot sit like that. Tak boleh lah. Maybe open posture with eye contact. Maybe try. Okay. Not enough kung fu. Okay. I see. And ask question. Thank you for asking. I've tried this out many times over the years and reflect and refine the method. I noticed actually the most important part is the mindset. The most important part is the mindset. What kind of mindset? The intention to pay attention. It is the intention to pay attention, the intention to connect, the intention of kindness. If you set this intention correct, I want to connect, I want to pay attention, I'm not here to correct, I'm not here to give advice, I want to be nice with person, be metaphor, be kindful, then it will come out correct. It doesn't matter whether it's or doesn't matter. In fact, when I teach, of course, I have to verbalize it. Very often when I'm in my clinic, I don't verbalize it. It's actually in my heart. So mentally there's a either I don't verbalize it or it's a very soft sometimes I don't need it. I can feel we are still connected. Because the whole idea of doing this is connection. Of course, sometimes I'm a bit sleepy. When I listen too much, I'm a bit sleepy. I verbalize it to help me to keep awake so I can pay attention. But you see, the main aim is to connect. So that will be the main point. So whether or whatever you do, it's a feeling of whether you're connected. In fact, you can be creative to adjust the method and understand the whole purpose is to connect by paying attention and to convey to the person that I'm paying attention. In fact, some of you now, you are nodding your head. You may not verbalize, but I can feel your so you can be creative and adjust. For example, for I see, instead of say I see, you say, oh, interesting. Interesting. So your husband like that one. Oh, interesting. Wow. Your kid like that one. Interesting. Oh. Wow. Your wife scold you like that one. Interesting. I see. Interesting. So you can play around. So you say, I see, interesting. Okay. You're conveying that I'm paying attention, I'm listening, I'm following. Not necessary is I agree. So this one, we have to be sure. Otherwise, I see, but inside, then the connection is like Wi-Fi connection. That you connect a little bit, cannot connect, connect. So the mindset has to be correct. I see, interesting. Yeah, yes, yeah. Awesome. Aiyo, like that one. Wow, school so tough. Wow. Teacher said, but must do all this there, must score all A1s. Aiyo. Speaking to the younger generation, they use more hype language. Wow. Walao eh. Yeah. So you can modify. But the most basic will be, I see. Yeah. Can? I hear you. Yeah. Not at the beginning. Let the person talk more. I see. What happened? You're not even asked question to find out more. You say, I hear, okay, but the mindset will be, I'm following. If you mean I hear, if you mean I understand, that will be a bit premature. If I hear means I'm following, I think it's alright. But if I hear implies that I know the whole story, I fully understand, correction. So just not, I see. You think you'll get it, or you think you need to practice? We'll take a vote. Okay. How many of you think that I think I get it lah? No need to practice here lah. I think I boleh lah, get it lah. No need to practice here. Those who think theory only not enough lah. I think we practice a little bit here lah. Want to practice a little bit here? Oh, do you want lah? So kalah. So no need. I think you get it lah. You just need to practice. Be creative, modify. But remember, the main purpose is to connect by paying attention and conveying to the person that I am paying attention. The second part is very important. Some people say, I'm listening. I know you're listening, but are you conveying to the person that you're listening? Okay. I have a video to show, but I'm not sure whether it's working. Let's try it out.
It's just, there's all this pressure.
Louder, please.
And sometimes it feels like it's right up on me. And I can just feel it, like literally feel it in my head. And it's relentless. And I don't know if it's going to stop. I mean, that's the thing that scares me most, is that I don't know if it's ever going to stop.
You do have a nail in your head. Are you sure? Because, I'll bet if we got that out of there.
Stop trying to fix it.
No, I'm not trying to fix it. I'm just pointing out that maybe the nail is causing.
Pointing out is also advice.
You always try to fix things when what I really need is for you to just listen.
See, I don't think that is what you need. I think what you need is to get the nail.
See, you're not listening now.
Okay, fine. I will listen. Fine.
It's just, sometimes it's like, there's this achy, I don't know what it is. And I'm not sleeping very well at all. My sweaters are snapping. All of them.
That sounds really hard.
Ow!
Come on, if you would just
Don't.
Funny, eh? You get the point? Okay. Did you pay attention to what was the phrase or the line that the man mentioned that the lady felt so lump and nice? Huh? It was really hard. Is it? Ah,
He said that for way that it must be really hard.
it must be really hard. Something like that. It must be very hard or it must be hurting, something like that. So the earlier one to talk so much doesn't work, But good intention, to solve the problem, but waste a lot of energy, So that one line, it must be hard, it must be hurting. Just one line, So this is also useful for caregivers, caregivers a lot of burnout or stress. Sometimes you just need to learn how to listen and need to say whatever which is necessary. Okay. Any questions? Okay. This one is about, this is point 3, is about taking care of ourselves. So if you are, especially if you're a professional like me, who spend a huge portion of my life listening to people who are in distress, self-care is very important. Self-care is very important. So often I'm asked, when you listen to people in distress, how do you protect yourself? So this is one of the method I use. I call it HTC. This brand no longer trendy. There's a phone called HTC. So HTC, this is useful for emotional grounding. So how do we protect ourselves? How do we ensure we are not sucked into another person's issue? You want to support, you also don't want to get sucked. Okay. HTC, H stands for hearing, T for touching, and C for seeing. HTC. Remember the HTC phone? Remember HTC, hearing, touching, seeing. So how do we do that? So when we are talking to another person, we are listening to a person, the hearing means besides hearing what the person is saying, we also hear the sounds of the surrounding. Like now, besides my voice, do you hear any other sounds around you? Can you name some of the sounds around? So it's a practice of dual attention. While listening to me, you also pay attention to the sound. Why does that help? Very good. Good. Thank you for asking. Why does that help? Because if I pay attention to what you're saying 100%, you see a torchlight here. Imagine there's a torchlight. Okay, my attention is 100% on you. It's very easy for me to get sucked. You see, my purpose is I need to pay attention, but I don't want to be sucked into the whole story. So when I have a dual attention, that means I put 50% attention on you, I put the other 50% attention on the sounds around me. So it's 50-50, I will not get sucked. In a way, it's a meditation practice. It's a training of the mind that while listening to you, I'm able to be aware of the sound around me. So it's dual attention, 50-50, so you don't give 100%. Make sense? Good. But it requires practice. That's for hearing. Okay? If you don't like hearing, you can do touching. Like while I'm talking to you now, I'm feeling the sensations between my feet and the ground. I'm also feeling the sensation between my buttock and the chair. So again, this is called dual attention. 50% attention on you, the other 50% on my body sensation. Same principle. For seeing, right? So while I'm talking to you, of course I'm paying attention to you, but I can also see what is behind you. Like in my clinic, while I'm talking to my client, behind on the wall, there's a painting on the Venerable Thich Nhat Hanh's calligraphy on mindfulness. So while I'm talking to you, pay attention, you have a kind of contact, but also see the painting behind you, the calligraphy on mindfulness. Again, same concept, dual attention, 50-50. 50% with you, 50%. Of course, I can adjust the ratio. If I need to zoom more here, I will zoom more here. If I think I'm too much, very overwhelmed, I learn how to zoom out. So it's a skill of zooming in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. So I call it HTC. Sounds like meditation practice, isn't it? That's meditation, but this is meditation on the go. Meditation on the go and meditation on demand. Wherever I need to listen to somebody. Okay. There's another method which is an extension of the touch. Extension on the touch is the technical term is called BLAST, bilateral alternative stimulation tactile. Forget about the technical name. The actual practice is when you're listening to somebody, you can gently just do this way. So I tap left, right, left, right. I have to exaggerate a bit so that it's visible to you. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. So it's bilateral. Bilateral means two sides, left and right, bilateral. Alternative, one left, one right, one left, one right, one left, one right.
Dr. Phang,
Yes, sure.
I'm looking for somebody whose car is parked in front of a pet shop. It's a Mercedes P something, a white color one. Because it's a reserved spot.
Okay.
According to them, it's 24 hours service already.
Okay. I see. Tactile is touch lah. Tactile is touch ma. Tactile is touch. So guess what is the rationale? Again, same thing. If we are training the dual attention, so we broaden our awareness so that it's not zoom into 100% to the person we are listening to. Okay? Of course, in real life practice, you don't have to do it so obvious. Else the person will find you funny. What are you doing? You can do it in a very, very subtle way. Very subtle way. Can be on the feet, check. Can be. In fact, I don't have to move. Yes, you can use the toes. Yes, but you see now you don't see my finger movement, is it? Actually, I'm moving my fingers. You don't see it, but actually it's moving. Of course, when I share, I have to make it obvious lah, so that you can see but it can be very subtle. You can't see. But actually, I can feel there's a left, right, left, right. Of course, it can be toes. If you have a table or desk in front of you, it's okay lah. The person can't see
Just to make it sound.
I don't need a sound effect. The sound effect will be too distracting. I need this as an anchoring. It's an anchoring practice, emotional anchoring, not the ship anchoring. It's the emotional anchoring. So I don't get sucked. So while listening to you, I can do this. Yeah, of course I can meow lah. Meow. I see. So you ask question, and the person tell more. Sometimes you tell more already. I cannot take it. How I say? Don't tell me. You cannot say don't tell me. So you can do this. So yeah, anchored. Then you can say tell me more. Then you can do the meow. Tell me more. Oh, like that lah. Wow. What happened after that? Just tell more. Okay, on and off you can look at the Thich Nhat Hanh's painting calligraphy behind. Get it? Yeah. So it's important to take good care of ourselves. In another mantra that I take refuge in is self-care is V-care. Self-care is V-care. So when I'm doing all this, is self-care. So when I take care of myself, I'm also taking care of everybody. Self-care is not selfish. Self-care is V-care. So this morning sharing, there are a few important mantras. One is connect first. That only correct with ego intention. Another one is self-care is V-care. You take care of yourself. Okay. You can also do this in a more creative way. You can add on a bit of loving kindness practice, metta, loving kindness. Okay, but in an applied way. You cannot do the metta meditation the usual way. So when we are talking with someone in distress, cannot be talking halfway, you just like that. May you be happy. Not appropriate in this setting. So it has to be applied. Okay, how to apply? Same thing. You can do the tapping. So you can do the. Okay, you can see my feet. Is it? You can see it. Okay. And while you're tapping left and right, you hum the Rasa Sayang song in the heart. You don't sing out. Hum the song. So this is a Rasa Sayang song that I've adapted. I'm sure all of us know the Rasa Sayang song, but I've adapted the lyrics so that it has a metta flavor. So that's how it sounds. Of course, I have to sing it out so that you can hear. But the actual practice is inside the heart. I hum inside the heart. Rasa sayang, hey, rasa sayang, sayang, hey. Hey, may I, may you, may all be happy, happy, happy. May I, may you, may all be happy, happy, happy. So you have to cut. So may I, may you, may all. And this is related to self-care is we-care. So I'm wishing myself happy. I'm also wishing the other person happy. I'm wishing both of us happy. Doable? Let's try it out. You can either tap your feet or tap your hands on your lap, whichever you prefer. Those who are sitting, you can tap your feet. Those sitting on the floor, you can tap on your thigh. So imagine you're listening to your friend, family member. They tell you about their challenges, their stress, their worries. Then you feel a little bit overwhelmed already. You want to protect yourself while protecting your friend. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Rasa sayang, hey, rasa sayang, sayang, hey. Hey, may I, may you, may all be happy, happy. May I, may you, may all be happy, happy, happy. May I, may you, may all be happy, happy, happy. There you go. Continue the listening. Doable? So this is metta in action while listening to somebody. Right? Zoning out. Not necessary. I would say it's a dual attention. So in psychology, there's this concept about dual attention. A full attention, when I say full, if you go into the details, full might not always be helpful because full can be too much. Full can be too much. We want the optimal attention, and we want the attention to be of quality, not just attention. So we want the attention to be infused by some loving kindness. Otherwise, attention can be harsh, I pay attention. Then I notice I cannot pay attention, then I start to beat myself up for not able to pay attention. But that is also attention. I'm very aware. I'm aware of your distress. I'm aware of my distress. And I beat myself up for the distress. So it's still attention, but it's not infused with kindness. So this way, in a way, is there's a dual attention. So we're a little bit detached, but infused with loving kindness. So we're still wishing ourselves happy, wishing the person happy, wishing everybody happy. So we're a bit out in a kindful way, not out with agitation or aversion, out in a kindful way and out with wisdom. We know what we are doing this for. Okay? Then we are ready, then we stop this, then we zoom in again to the meow. And not easy, is it? Not easy, but to me, at least there's a formula to practice. Not easy, but at least there's a formula to practice. Try it out. Okay. Anybody wants to clarify anything? Yes, yeah.
Actually, I did not know that what you have mentioned is actually grounding yourself. I actually feel what you just said. I thought maybe that I wasn't paying 100% attention because I got distracted with something else, like a sound. And I always thought I was not able to focus.
Not good enough. Not good enough as a listener.
Correct. Because that was what I felt.
Yeah.
But today you changed that. It seems to be not the case. I need to be able to do that so that I can be optimal. That is something I just learned. But at the same time, I'm also trying to think that when I'm facing my teenager boys, I can feel the mindfulness. I think this is a challenge. So when you're asking whether we need a practice, I think a practice I will not need if I'm dealing with maybe a friend or an adult. But the thing of my kids, I might fall into the 5 traps as you just shared. I have been there, I have done that, So it's where I think practice was needed in that perspective.
Thank you for sharing your discovery. True. So distraction, the word distraction, when I learn this word distraction, I usually associate with something negative. So the word distraction has a negative connotation. But over the years, I have a more middle way view. Distraction can be healthy or unhealthy. Distraction can be helpful or unhelpful. It depends how we use it. For example, if you are distressed by your issues with your children and you go and abuse alcohol, smoke, that's distraction. That is unhelpful. Right? If you purposefully just put it aside for the moment because it's too overwhelming, you're not denying the problem, you acknowledge the problem, but it's too overwhelming at the moment, so you temporarily put it aside and do something that can suit yourself. That is also distraction, but it's a healthy distraction. It's something purposeful. It's something wise. This whole process of listening requires a lot of effort. It requires a lot of energy. That's why I say it's a gift. It's a compassionate gift. And that will also mean if you're not ready, it's all right. If you're not ready, it's all right. You can tell the other person, at the moment, I'm tired. But whatever we want to talk is important. Can we talk another time? So that is a better way. Instead of pretending that we can listen, we can talk, and then when we can't do it, we beat ourselves up. That's the worst thing we can do. Not easy. Thanks for sharing. I'm sure others have similar experience. Last year, as I said, we have one whole day workshop in another Buddhist center, Kinara Metta Buddhist Society, one whole day program for parents with teenagers. So there is a support group feature of that thing, so they can share experience. Yeah. Any other mothers want to share your experience dealing with teenagers? Wow, your mother already? Wow. Huh? Oh, I thought you got 7 kids. Okay. Your daughter is 7, yeah.
I sometimes doing lockdown, and I'm also not ready to listen because I also haven't put down everything. Go home, right? Then when she is in distress and then she's be like, I don't listen to me. Then I can only do this.
Yeah.
And then tell her like, oh, I'm not ready to listen.
There are a few options. One is, of course, just say, mommy care for you, but mommy is tired. Can we do this another time? That's one option. The other option is you still attend, but you don't put all the attention in, and try to use less energy. For example, meow to me is relatively less energy. Meow. Compared to trying to solve the problem. Trying hard to solve the problem require a lot of energy. If your battery level already one line, left with one line, you have to listen and want to solve the problem, usually we are all human, we get very frustrated, we start to beat ourselves up. So second, you still attend, but you don't put 100%. Meow, no need to solve. Yes, yeah.
Would this also help, like, whenever you listen, in your mind, you're not painful and then you want to try to plan the response while listening. So would this also kind of like feedback also so that you can hear it more?
Correct? So we are still paying attention to the present moment. The key point is pay attention, mindfulness, pay attention, and the keyword is attention to the present moment. But the present moment doesn't have to be the person. Of course, that's the main one. So the way, of course, I give 100%. Okay, but at some time, I have to care for myself as well. My energy level goes down. Then I may shift my attention to hearing, touching, seeing. But the hearing, touching, seeing are still present moment. Would you agree? It's still present moment. And we add the Rasa Science song, there is a kindness in the present moment. You heard of this term called kindfulness, popularized by Ajahn Brahm, kindfulness. Kindfulness means it's mindfulness plus kindness. And that is the Kao value added mindfulness. So you pay attention to the present moment, but you also inject kindness into it. In a way, kindness also wisdom, kindness plus wisdom. Not to give 100% attention to the person, but it's still attention to the present moment. And we know why we are doing this, so there is a reason, there's a purpose, there's a wisdom component. We know why. We don't want to get absorbed. We know that we are kind to the person, we also need to be kind to ourselves. Self-care is we-care. So you see the element of mindfulness, there's also wisdom, there's also kindness. All in one. Good. Thank you for your question. Only with the question I get to clarify. Can I go on? So the Kung Fu, you get more and more, deeper and deeper. So if you think you overdose already, it's all right. You just pay attention to the basic one. Just don't give advice. Understand when to give advice. Do the basic meow. If you're too overwhelmed, you can do HTC, do a bit bilateral stimulation with your sayang. If you think you can take more, then sambung lah. Okay, LENoVA. Okay, LENoVA. Okay. The L part, nothing new. Already mentioned. How to listen? Already mentioned earlier. How in the way the L part is the mindful meow. Mindful meow, the listen part. So this L part of the LENoVA, nothing new. Okay. The no advice part also we covered earlier, so nothing new. But as I mentioned, we don't give advice when the person don't ask for it. But if you think the person is ready for advice, so you have to decide you have to use your wisdom to decide when your girl come to you, does she want advice or she just want mommy to sayang? You have to make a decision based on your intuition to decide. I would say most people when they talk, they just want to connect first. Not necessarily they want the advice. But in case you feel that they want advice, or you think maybe they want advice, so giving advice also, I have some thoughts, I have some insights that I will share with you over the years. Okay? So first, of course, very basic, you only give advice when people ask for it. Like sometimes in my clinic setting, they come to me, they actually book an appointment, they come to me for a consultation. They are very sure of what they want. Of course, if they come to me, you cannot do meow, 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 like that. You have to straight away give, because they come to you, they are ready for it. Number two, sometimes you're not sure. Human being, you're not sure. You're not sure the girl want advice or the what advice, not sure. And you cannot tahan already. You know roughly this problem, you know this way can settle one. Then I'll say, ask for permission first. Ask for permission. Say, thank you for sharing. I have some suggestion. May I share my suggestion? That's out of respect, compassion. Instead of say, during my time, those days, I also went through the same thing. This is not a problem. I tell you how to solve it. Usually tak jalan. So ask for permission. Very simple. Ask for permission. May I share? I got some suggestion. Okay. And even after they say, yeah, please share. After you share, don't assume that your suggestion or your opinion or your solution is the best. Don't assume. Then you check, what do you think of what I said just now? So it's out of respect. What do you think of what I suggest just now? So what do you think your girl might say? Your girl might say, possible option. What would she say? I want a hug first okay lah. Save battery. Just a hug is you use less energy just to give the hug, When you want to say, you want a hug, easy lah. You say, I don't need the suggestion, or you feel that she doesn't need the suggestion, you give a hug lor. Ni sayang, rasa sayang. No need attention. And so I give the advice, if they say, good idea, they say, good lah. Then you say, okay, I think you're big enough to figure out things on your own. You're going to figure out on your own. So you don't want them to be independent. You don't want to spoon feed them all the time. If they say the suggestion is no good, not like that, you don't understand. Then are you going to give more points, more suggestions? Or go back to meow. I see. So this suggestion doesn't work for you. Doesn't work. Why doesn't work? What happened? So you let the person talk. Save your energy. Okay. Then another very important, affirm first. When you give suggestion, talk about the good things first lah. So you already tried this, is it? You already tried that lah. Oh, very good. At least you try this and that. So this is a problem. Oh, very good. At least you know what's the problem. I got people worse. They don't even know what is the problem, you know. So now at least you know what is the problem and you're able to say it out to me. Oh, very good lah. So that is giving affirm. You give a affirmation. But the affirmation must be true lah. You must tell the truth lah. Of course, choose the right time lah. Give suggestions and give the right time. Anything on this? But I still suggest overall connect first lah. Check their opinion check their opinion and we have to be humble enough to know that we do not know everything lah. We may have gone through something like this. It may not be exactly the same. It might not be exactly the same. Check for their opinion, and then we discuss lah. We discuss. Anybody want to add on, share experience? Okay, now then we go to LENoVA. Okay, the 3 new active ingredients in LENoVA is empathy, validation, and affirmation. Empathy, validation, and affirmation. Let's check the time until 11:30, correct? 11:30, so about 15 minutes time. 15 minutes time. Okay, empathy. LENoVA, the E is for empathy. This is the technical definition of empathy: ability to understand and share the feeling of another person, put yourself in someone else's shoes, or see the world from their perspective. Okay. My opinion is define only tak boleh pakai one. It's just a definition only. I think most people know, I need to be empathetic, we need to empathize. To me, the more important part is it's a skill to empathize. It's a skill to empathize. So, I give 3 main phrases. It sounds that, I can sense that, you must be really. 3 phrases. So, learning to be empathetic is like learning a new language, you know. Like learning Pali, learning French, learning Mandarin is a different language. Empathy is not just a word, it's a new language. I think that is a useful way of saying it's a new language, like learning Pali. Okay. So example. This one is in a teenager setting. It sounds like you're really tired of all the homework exam. You can tell it to your daughter. It sounds like you're really tired of all the homework exam. I can sense that you're worried about how your friends see you. Instead of saying, you should not worry about how people see you. You must be really frustrated with the rules that feel unfair. Instead of saying, don't care about what people say. It sounds like you're disappointed things didn't turn out the way you hoped. Instead of saying, you shouldn't be disappointed. You attend Sunday school, why you should be disappointed? I can sense that you're nervous about trying something new at school. Instead of, you should not worry, it's okay one. So these are all empathic response. And these are the 3 keywords. It sounds like you are. I can sense that you are. You must be ready. Further, you can also make cards of this, cards. So for you to practice, practice. So you can, in the workshop style, you can tell me a distress that I learned to practice. Or your boss like that one, I can sense that you are. Or your husband like this one, you must be really. So So you went to the center and you try to learn this, but it sounds like you are. So these are like practice cards. Okay, and to practice and practice until it sounds natural. Got question. Very good.
Must you add an emotion after the empathy phases?
Yes, usually.
Must.
Not must, nothing must. Usually. If not emotion, the thought, like at least the thoughts. But the thoughts are usually related to emotion. Let's see tired, is it emotion? Feelings, I would say feelings. Feeling either in the form of emotion or feeling in the form of body or feeling in the form of thought. Tired. It sounds like you're really tired. Tired is still a feeling, more of bodily feeling. I can sense that you're worried. Worried is also feeling, more of a thought. Okay? You must be really frustrated, is emotion. It sounds like you're disappointed, emotion. I can sense that you are nervous, combination, emotion and empathy, usually emotion. Because by definition is ability to understand and share the feeling. Not just understand, is to able to convey. We need to able to convey. It's just like in the mindful meow, we are paying attention, which is important. But we also need to convey to the person that we are paying attention. So similarly for empathy as well, all of us might be very empathetic. We practice metta, may I, may you, may all beings be safe, healthy, and happy. Yes, that's very good. But when it comes to communication, there's a second part. We also want to convey to the other person that we are empathetic. That is the part I want to emphasize. I believe all of us are empathetic, or want to be empathetic, or trying to be empathetic. The emphasis is on how. Yes.
May I ask, how do you know a person is sympathetic or empathetic?
Sympathetic or empathetic?
How do you differentiate that? Two different.
It's the emotional depth. In empathy, there's of course there's a feeling component, but it's deeper. In empathy, it comes with a lot of meow. The tools are related. So this is preceded LENoVA. It's preceded by a lot of listening, a lot of meow, a lot of question mark, knowing the person, knowing the distress, then you make the statement. Sympathy or pity is like you didn't meow enough. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that. I'm sorry to hear that your daughter is like that. I'm sorry to hear that your husband is like this. Oh, you must be frustrated. So it's very shallow and superficial. As opposed to in LENoVA, there's a lot of listening, It can be a very long time of listening, finding out the question mark, finding out. That only you say, it must be really tiring. You or what you've gone through. Make sense? Yeah. Vale? So go back, practice. Take a picture, practice. Yeah? Okay. Let you practice a little bit here. A mother, isn't it? Volunteer, come. Mother, I need a mother. So you no need to imagine your mother. I say what I say, imagine your mother. No, you are mother. Okay, so you are tired, so you're going to read this and let them practice how to say to you. Yeah. Okay, so you say, I just read but I'm not a mother so I cannot act so well I'm so tired, I work all day, then come home, there's so much to do with the kid. I feel like I have no time for myself. It just work all the time. I cannot drama too good. I'm not a mother. Okay, can you drama a bit so that they can feel it and they have to learn to empathize using the 3 phrases.
Okay.
Then, okay, before let them register. You use any of these 3 phrases. Okay. Action. Okay.
I'm so tired. I work all day and then I come home and there's so much to do with the kids. I feel like I have no time for myself. It's just work all the time.
Okay. Second round, more emotion.
Okay.
Not charm enough. 1, 2, 3, act. So tired.
I'm so tired. I work all day. And then I come home and so much with the kids. You see, they mess up the whole house. I feel like I have no time for myself. It's just work, work, work all the time.
Very good. Okay, let's divide the group into two parts. Okay, this side, give advice. That side, empathize. This side, give advice. Give advice. Yeah lah, mother, my daughter also like that one. Give advice. Give advice, I make her feel worse.
You only have 1 kid, I have 4 kids.
Let go lah. You come to BJ, learn let go ma. Right. Yeah. Be grateful. 7 years old only. You come to 17 years old. So all those are advice all is true. Empathetic. All these bodhisattvas. You know. Empathetic one. How you say? I give you the card. It sounds like you are tired.
You must be really exhausted to have no time for yourself.
You must be really exhausted. Nice enough. Feel that? Okay, well.
I can sense your frustration.
I can sense your frustration. Feel it. Compared to that one. Compared to that one, you want to give her too tight. Either give her too tight slap or you don't want to talk to her for it. So you get it, Okay, got it. Question.
It sucks. Is that okay still? If I agree with her, like, it sucks, is that okay or must I follow?
The ya law has a bit of meow, isn't it? The ya law is the meow. Anyway, when I share 1, 2 by 1, 2 Actually, in real life, we combine all together. Just like when you learn Kung Fu also, the basic you learn 1 by 1. When you fight, you put all together. So the ya law has a meow component. It sucks. Okay, what is your intention?
To agree with them.
So yeah, if you say that it sucks so in other words, it sounds like life sucks for you then that is okay that is right. The phrase might be different, but the principle is the same. If you say that whatever shouldn't be happening to you, then that is not. Good point. So these are just suggestions. But use your own style. Yeah.
When we learn to hear, when we do counseling, we learn a method called reflection.
Reflection.
Sort of like, we reflect. So where does this fit into your model? I hear you say that, so where does is it part of hearing or?
The way I see reflection, reflection, you can either reflect the thought or reflect the feeling. You can reflect the thought or reflect the feeling. There is some similarities. Okay? But the empathy is deeper. Deeper in the sense that you spend a lot of time on meowing. In fact, you can put the reflection under meow.
It's like to confirm, sometimes when we do counseling, we say, I hear you say that. That you are
but
not
reflection
happy.
is a little bit superficial. Reflection is you just reflect whatever the person says.
Yeah, that's what we are taught.
You say angry, it seems like you're angry.
You sound angry, huh?
Okay.
Like that.
But empathy can be deeper. Empathy, in the sense that it can be deeper, the person may not use that word. She may not say she's exhausted. But after you meow enough, you can sort of figure out that the person is exhausted. So empathy is deeper.
Okay.
Or empathy, sometimes you empathize on conflict. After you meow for a very long time, you know there's a conflict. There's a dilemma. On one hand, you want your daughter to be like this. On the other hand, you also want your daughter to be like that. So after meow enough, you sense there's a conflict, and then you empathize. it seems that you are in a dilemma.
Mm.
But you didn't use the word dilemma. But after meowing enough, you can sense that it seems that you are in a dilemma. I can sense that you're in a dilemma. It must be a tough decision for you to make. So it's deeper.
So you clarify for her?
A lot of meow.
Okay.
A lot of meow.
Okay. Yeah, thanks.
So it's similar to reflection, but a bit deeper.
Okay.
Can I?
Can I say when you have not a meow, you are actually listening and responding with all the meow, therefore actually you are practicing the listening, the listening part to understand the person's emotions and the situations.
Correct. Spot on. So the basic meow is to help us to pay attention. Another basic meow is to convey to the other person you're paying attention, and that is building relationship. A deeper meow, there's also a wisdom component because we are asking questions to have a better picture. So there is also a wisdom. So there's a meow level 1, meow level 2, meow level 3. If you add on the reflection skill, you reflect your thought, reflect your feeling, you're getting more information.
That's part of the report, that is part of hearing.
Yeah, good. Wow, very profound level of discussion already. Okay, move on. Okay. Validate. Validate. Definition: the ability to acknowledge people's feeling, thoughts, and experience as understandable, even if you don't agree with them, thus helping them to feel heard and seen. Simple language is empathy is I'm conveying the message that I have some I sort of know you're tired. Well, I won't say I fully understand, but I have some idea that it's tiring for you, it's frustrating for you. The validation is you add another layer. Basically, it says that it makes sense. So you're tired, you're frustrated because you have to do this, you also have to do that, You say that it makes sense. Therefore, the phrases will be, it makes sense that you are tired because you have to work, you also have to take care of the kids. Right? To work, you also take care of kids. It's natural that you are concerned because your mother, it's natural that you are concerned. It's important that you're productive. It's important that you want the best for your children. The terbalik one is, you shouldn't be tired. You're still so young, you got tired. I got 5 children, you got only 1, you shouldn't be tired. That is invalidating. It's natural that you are concerned. It's validating. You shouldn't worry, you're a Buddhist so long already. You join BGF counseling, you're still worried. You shouldn't be worrying. That's invalidating. It's important that you're productive. It's important that you do well in your exam. It's important that you are successful. That is validating. You shouldn't care so much. You have to learn to let go. It's time for you to let go. It's invalidating. Got it? Yeah. So it makes sense that you're tired after staying up late to finish your assignment. It's natural that you're concerned about fitting in with your friend. It's important that you want to be productive, etc., etc. I think you get it. So similarly, got cards to practice. So we're very kind one. It's like learning a new language, card. It makes sense. It's understandable. It's natural. So those of you who are taking, it makes sense you're taking because you're scared you forget, right? So it makes sense, It makes sense. Understandable why you want to take notes. If I say you shouldn't take that, you should rely on your memory, You meditate for so long already, you should have good memory, You should have paid attention, We talk about mindfulness, you should have paid attention, why you take. That's invalidating. Okay. The last part of LENoVA is, see whether you still pay attention. Affirm. Okay. Affirmation is to acknowledge the strength, the effort, and the progress of the person. You acknowledge whatever is good. It's good that you come for this session to improve the communication. It's good. I can see you are trying very hard to learn to be a better listener. I can see you putting effort, join the Visual Effective Speaking course, and you come for this session. I can see you trying very hard to be a good listener. Wow, you're so resilient, you're so courage. Work, take care of the child some more, I have to do this some more. Wow, you're so resilient, you're so courageous, you're so determined. Wow, you never give up. So that's affirmation. Affirmation is pointing out whatever which is good enough at the moment. Affirmation is not about future. Not about future. And when you talk of future, usually it goes to a bit advice. So be careful. Usually you want to say something about the future. Usually it sounds like advice. Don't worry lah, it's going to be alright. If you try to assure about something of future, it will sound like advice. Say whatever is good. It's good enough that you come. It's good enough that you learn the formula. Of course, the practice will take some time. It's good enough that you know the formula. Yeah. Okay, add one more time, can I? This one full script. Full script. Can you see the grade? You come here, then you can read. Yes. Full script. Yeah. Action.
Even number 2.
1, 2, 3 all together.
Okay.
Mother in distress. Cut. Yeah.
I'm so tired. I work all day and then I come home and then there's so much to do with the kids. I feel like I have no time for myself. It's just work all the time. Sometimes I feel like I'm not a good mother. Because I'm always busy. I wish I could spend more time with my kids. But I also have to work to earn money for us. It's very hard. I'm worried all the time. What if I'm not doing enough for my children? What if I'm not there for them when they need me because of work? It's so stressful.
I need to. Thank you. Okay, give advice. Yeah, quit your job lah. Let your husband support you and let him be the hero lah. Quit the job lah. Some more. Job. Okay, give advice.
Get a part-time maid.
Part-time maid. Get a part-time maid lor. Send your children to Sunday school here lah. Join effective speaking course lah. Then you can be a better mother. Meditate more lah. Okay. You're one like that one. You're bodhisattva, isn't it? Okay. So can you say something to empathize, something to validate? Validate means it makes sense. Something to affirm. Can you help me to validate her? Affirm her? Very charm already, nobody wants to yeah. Help me to validate her. Just say
It makes sense that you're tired.
It makes sense you're tired. Yeah, tired. At least got people understand.
It makes sense that you're tired. I can really sense your frustration and your tiredness from your voice. But I also can see that despite all the difficulties that you are going through, juggling work and children must be so difficult. But I can really see that you are holding on for the sake of your children. You are so strong and so resilient.
Nhóm thanh. Okay lah. Okay. So that is a few more minutes. Okay. So that's the formula of LENoVA. Again, as I said, learning how to empathize, learning how to validate, learning how to affirm is like learning a new language, like learning Pali. So we have tools to help us. You can make cards like this, or you can refer to the slide. Another way these days, ChatGPT can help. In fact, overall, my opinion, we organized a forum recently on AI and relationship. My opinion, AI is very good in connecting. On average, I talk about the mean skill. AI is very good in connecting, but it may not correct us. It is very good in connecting, okay, but it might give us a wrong information. On the other hand, human means the balik. We may have the wisdom to offer the right thing, but we are very poor in connecting, Anyway, I have customized a specialized GPT. A specialized GPT called Meta Coach. This is only for those with a premium account. So you can describe the situation. Whatever, husband problem, mother-in-law problem, children problem, work problem. It will show you how to empathize, how to validate, how to affirm, how to assure by giving you the exact phrase as an example. Give you exact phrase in whatever language you want. Of course, don't copy bulat-bulat lah. Use it as a reference. Oh, I can empathize in this way. Oh, I can affirm, and use your own words. It can even explain to you the purpose of each. Why do we empathize? Why do we validate? Why do we affirm? Why do we assure? It will give you the purpose. So it's like a tutorial. Okay. If you don't have a Plus account, it's also alright. You have to cut and paste this prompt. If you have a non-premium account, you just cut this. I can give the slides to BGF. Yeah. You just cut and paste this prompt, and then you give the situation. Again, it will guide you, give you some suggestions based on the LENoVA model. Okay. Then. That's all. Thank you. So that's Mindful Meow and LENoVA.
Thank you, Dr. Phang, for the very practical information and very practical role plays. Any more questions? You can spend 10 minutes.
Okay. I was searching for one slide. I couldn't find it. Now I found it. Okay. This session is co-organized by Buddhist Cheng Fellowship and the Kuala Lumpur Buddhist Mental Health Association. I'm the founder and the president. Buddhist Mental Health Association, or in short, BMHA, our focus is on mental health, Buddhist wisdom and mental health. So we uploaded quite a lot of our talks, and one of the talks we uploaded is on mindful parenting skills, mindful parenting. So we are interested, you can scan that. So it's how to use the MEOW model plus LENoVA model. There's another one called non-violent communication. The MEOW model, LENoVA model, and the NVC, non-violent communication, specifically in parenting teenagers. Yeah. So if you're interested, you can scan that QR code, and that will also lead you to the Kuala Lumpur Buddhist Mental Association YouTube channel as well. So a lot of materials been uploaded, including the previous talk, the previous session on Semua Sakit syndrome. Everything has been uploaded. So help me to share with those who are interested. Sadhu. Yeah.
Any last questions for Dr. Phang?
Or sharing also. Sharing how you apply this. Yeah. Jasmine, want to share? Yeah. Jasmine was helping me in the mindful parenting course in Kinara Metta Buddhist Society. Yeah.
I have a reflection during your presentation just now. I noticed I actually do a lot of this using this strategy to cope with my dad, who is age 87, and also cope with my children. And in fact, I gained a lot of insights while picking up this method. You know, old men or our parents who are at this age, most of the time is semua sakit. And whatever sakit, they will have the anxious or worry. I noticed most of the time I listen first. By using this method, I listen first. I acknowledge his feeling. Then I discuss with him, what can we do, and what is his idea or any suggestion from him. For my children, age 26 and 21, especially my girl, for the past, I think 6 years, she was in teenager age, and we fight a lot. We even fight in the bathroom, splashing water to each other. And every time we talk, she'll crash into the wall. But after that, I'm trying to think about it. What is her need? And I try to build the connection. Yeah, the connection. To build the connection is actually require a lot of time and patience. I think patience, because the relationship is not so good already. So it's like a falling bridge, and you need to rebuild the bridge. So it's require a lot of patience, I would say, and time. And I try to change myself, because she have her own opinion. She is someone who is very opinion person, and I try to change myself first, and to understand what is her needs, why always we disagree with each other. Whereby my son is a person who is very obedient. Actually, there is pro and cons for a child who is very obedient. It's also is a pro and con for a child who is very rebellious. So my personal experience from practicing this method is actually enhance my relationship with my children, especially my girl who is studying abroad right now. It's really a big reward to myself, until the stage that she will tell me, "Mommy, I really love you because you are a non-judgmental mom. And you listen to me, and nowadays you understand me very, very much. And you are the only person I share all my secret with you. From the relationship that we don't talk, we argue, we quarrel, and up to the right now, we really have a very, very good relationship. And even she studied abroad, she called me, I think, 4-5 times in a week. So most of the time, I play in a role as a listener. Until she asked me, like, "Mommy, can you tell me what is your opinion?" Then I will share.
She asked opinion.
She asked.
Okay, good.
Earlier on, when I listen to her, I empathize her, I try to understand her. Then I will ask her, whether would you like to just to ventilate your feeling or your emotion, or you really need my advice. So most of time they say, I just want to validate, because you are the someone who I trusted. Unless they say, "Oh, Mommy, what do you think? Why not you tell me your advice?" Then only I will offer my advice. So I think in parenting, for my Kesa Bena, I think as a parent, we need to change first.
Good.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for sharing. Sadhu. Communicating with elderly is another area of application. Communicating with elderly, you want to give attention, you want to care, but we also don't want to give 100% until we are sucked and drained. So there's another area of application. I got one more mantra to share with you all. The first mantra I share with you is connect first, then only correct with good intention. The second mantra was self-care, is we care. The last one is people don't care how much we know until they know how much we care. People don't care how much we know until they know how much we care. And the way to care is whatever we are learning today. The communication skills to care, to show that we care first. Yeah. Otherwise, we may know a lot. People don't care how much we know. You need to know that we care first using these skills. That only we can share whatever that can be helpful to others.
That means like at the earliest, so that means like at the earlier stage when we share too much about ourselves while listening and trying to build the connection is actually not helpful. Am I right to say that? Because like sometimes people tend to like, I want to share my side of story because I want to share that I have experienced the same thing. I feel you.
Depends on the setting. Usually whatever I'm sharing you is when there's an emotional component. People who are in distress, dealing with teenagers, usually in a setting. If you are put in a different setting, for example, dating. You're in a dating setting, of course you need to listen, but you can also share a lot, depending on the context. But because I'm a psychiatrist and psychologist, naturally most of my context is dealing with people who are stressed. Dealing with people who are stressed, then we have to listen more. But if you are just making friends, people who are not stressed, no need, you can share as much as you like. Yeah.
Talk about the method of MIYAOW and LENoVA. I also noticed that it is helpful when, let's say, your good friend who is going through depression or anxiety, or maybe just in a low mood or depressive mood. I think the MIYAOW and LENoVA method is actually very helpful. I have a friend who likes to ruminate. You know, every time come to you talk about the same problem again and again. It will test. It actually tests you your patience. You know, because you have been listening the same story over and over again. You know, so I think by practicing to use this LENoVA, okay, I actually have experience with this good friend. And I acknowledge this problem is really stressing she a lot, and put in the empathy and validate and affirm that actually she is doing quite well already. It's just that when she is crowded by the low mood or depressive mood, she is not be able to see it. So that piece of affirmation actually give her the courage, you know, to stand up from the situation.
So very often people have the answer. They don't need the answer from us. You just need to MIYAOW, LENoVA, and then either they already know the answer, or maybe they know the answer, they just need us to affirm, push a little bit. Yeah, that's correct. That's the way you already know already. Yeah. Any more? Sharing? Questions? Yeah, sharing? Yeah.
Just to get a view of the Malaysian society, what are the main problems that you come across?
In my clinic?
Yeah, in your clinic.
If by symptom first, by symptom is by symptom and diagnosis, insomnia.
Oh.
Cannot sleep.
Wow.
Stress, anxiety, depression.
What's the source of the depression and anxiety normally?
The source will be, if you're talking about students, because I practice in Sunway Medical Center, so there are about 6-7 colleges and universities around there. Of course, you talk about symptoms, will be insomnia, stress, anxiety, depression. That's in terms of symptoms and diagnosis. If you talk about the challenges for students are usually studies, family, and relationship. Money is not the number one problem. So my area, the Taylor, Sunway, Monash, money may not be the number one problem. See the studies, family, relationship.
Okay.
So symptoms are insomnia, depression, cannot cope with study.
But has that changed over the years, like the generation before to the generation now? I mean, has things changed for the students? Like, I'm not sure, is it because we have more access to news easily? Like we read of news where students they fall off from buildings more at like school level. Like, has things changed a lot for them in that sense?
I think what changed is the overall is better awareness.
So
I think the basic problem of all of us experience stress, anxiety, depression, I think that part doesn't change. But the awareness is much better, especially among the younger generation.
So awareness is there, but does that mean that they actually lean towards that direction? Because it's like we always talk, as my friends, as parents, we talk. Push, also scared. Don't push, also cannot. Like, what is the balance here? Because it's like whenever we see or we hear news that something happens, the parents say, "Oh, the child was very good. We shouldn't have pushed." But push or don't push, like sometimes we see the parents didn't restrain, not restrain, didn't guide the child properly. That's why it's causing problem to the others. I mean, there are many angles to look at. So the question is, I hear you say like, study, stress, students, but I think when we were all students, we also went through that, but we would not lean towards that direction.
We also went through that. You shouldn't be stressed, Lord.
So that's like,
our time or STPM or even worse leh.
I'm not sure as a mom, I'm actually very worried. Like,
okay, moms, help me to empathize, validate, affirm first. Then only I give advice. Okay, help me to empathize, validate first. Important, yeah. Mom. Yeah.
It makes sense to worry, like, because you don't know what to do, right? Like, whether it's to push or not to push.
So I think it makes sense. I think sometimes I also feel the same.
Other mom?
It depends on the child. I have 2 children.
No solution.
One you don't need to push. One, you help him along. I have a teenage child that I actually move his study table to my bedroom. So that when I'm reading and he's just to watch over him and see that he does his work.
So you have similar experience, right?
Yeah, so it's like it depends on the child, I think. It's a balance, I think. Yeah.
Okay, so after I'm demonstrating, after all the MIYAOW and LENoVA, of course, the fact that you're asking this question, I assume, but I also don't want to simply assume. Okay, you also want me to respond, am I correct? You also want me to give an answer, a response, right? Okay, so to pressure or not to pressure is not right, is not wrong. Not to pressure is also not right, is not wrong. So the solution, it depends. Some kids need to give them more pressure. Some kids we shouldn't pressure more. And how do we know? The most important, how do we know we need to pressure more or pressure less? You need a lot of MIYAOW. You need a lot of basic work. MIYAOW, find out more, LENoVA. Then we have an individual understanding of a child. We have an individual understanding of a child. Then we decide whether to pressure, not to pressure, how much to pressure, how to pressure. Short answer, it depends. Practical level, it still goes back to the basic MIYAOW and LENoVA. Yeah. So no shortcut. So my job in the clinic is we call it assessment in a professional setting. We have to do a professional assessment. So we have to find out for this student, is it a problem of too much pressure, or is it a problem of not enough pressure, or it has nothing to do with pressure. Sometimes it has nothing to do with pressure. You tell me it's a pressure issue, but when we do assessment, we meow, it's nothing to do with pressure.
Can I just give an example?
Yeah.
Like my younger child, he's like 6. maybe kind of 1, maybe 7 or 8 years old. And when we were going to school, on the way to school, he has his ejaan or spelling or something like that. And in the car, I said, okay, let's do your spelling. He immediately forgot everything. The night before, he could spell. But in the car, when I pressure him, he immediately forgot everything. So from there, I learned this child, you cannot pressure too much. You can guide, but you can't pressure him. So as a mother, you observe him, then you learn. You learn about your child, and that's how you balance, I think. Yeah.
So in the empathy and validating, it can be challenging. It can be challenging to know which child needs which method. And it totally makes sense that sometimes you're confused. So I'm using empathy and validating language. And I really mean it. Whatever we say, you have to mean it. You cannot, the mouth say, it's tiring, right? Inside say, cannot. It can be genuine. It can be genuine. Yes. She says she needs advice.
How do you meow an anxiety person?
How do you meow an anxiety person?
The person, you understand that she has an anxiety problem. How do we meow and then LENoVA?
Okay, I suppose the fact you asked this because you just attended the meow and LENoVA, I suppose you are asking for additional kung fu.
No, how do we approach and try?
So the additional approach, additional approach is use our own stillness to stabilize the person. Use our own stillness to stabilize the person. So we have to be still. So use whatever you have learned, mindful breathing, loving kindness, meditation, grounding. So we have to be still. Still. That will help to still the other person. Of course, the basic meow as well. Don't give advice because giving advice will make things worse. The person is not ready. Then we get frustrated. We give advice. The person doesn't say thank you. The person feels worse. And sometimes even blame us for giving advice. Then we lose our stability. So we have to find ways to ground ourselves, still our mind. And there's a lot of wisdom. Stillness can be a skill. Stillness also comes from wisdom as well. Stillness as a skill, for example, you do this bilateral tapping, you do the HTC, you do some deep breathing. It's a stillness as a skill. But stillness also comes from wisdom. For example, the wisdom that we can't, another mantra, the wisdom that we can't always cure, we can always care. The wisdom that we can't always cure, we can always care. So the person is very anxious. We don't have to pressure ourselves to cure the person. We only need to care. So that is the wisdom. It's not a practice. It's the wisdom. With that understanding, that will help us to stabilize. So we don't be so kanchong. And in my context, I don't work alone. I have a team. So I have a team of psychologists and counselors. We also support ourselves. So I don't have to take all the responsibility to like a Superman to cure the person. Not necessary. I just care. If I'm not sure, I can always discuss with my other peers. So those are wisdom components that my stability will help to stabilize. Very powerful. My stability.
Another thing I like to ask, let's say we practice all this. I do not know whether it is right to ask the person, are you still on medication? Because initially we know that this person is taking some anxiety pills to tone her down. So after all the caring and trying to practice, is it right for me to ask, are you still on medication? No, right? Are we? Am I?
So the better question will be, is it helpful? Because if we ask, is it right or wrong? Right is always compared with wrong. There is no end. Some people will say right, some people will say wrong. It's from different perspective. So I suggest you rephrase the question, is it helpful or not helpful?
So I should rephrase, is it helpful, the medication, is it helpful to you?
No, the way you ask me the question. You say, Dr. Park, is it right or wrong to ask about this? Try to rephrase the question, is it helpful or not helpful to ask?
Okay, is it helpful that I ask her that she has stopped her medication?
Okay, that's very good. Easier for me to answer you.
Okay.
Okay, then my answer will be, my standard answer, if you want a more profound, deeper answer, will always be, it depends. It depends. Okay, but you have mentioned some of the very important point. You say after all the meow and LENoVA, that's a very important part. After all the meow and LENoVA, and there's a good connection, then only you ask and ask in the proper way that it can be helpful. And you also have to ask yourself, why are you asking this question? This is very important. Why are you asking this question?
Because we care that after the meow and the LENoVA and the attention that we listen, so we just want to know whether the progress of that child, that person has improved her anxiety, no more anxiety. So if she has stopped the medication, probably that give me an indication that she's back to normal.
Okay. As long as that question come after all the meow and LENoVA and connection with the intention to understand better and care, it's alright. If your intention is you want to know whether the person is on medication and you want to discourage the person from taking medication, then you are doing something risky. But assuming that you want to care, you want to know whether the person is on or not on, then I'll say yes. But even that, you have to do it after all the meow, all the LENoVA, all the connection, and tone down the phrase. How to tone down is like, by the way, I'm wondering whether you're still on medication. So you tone down. So that it sounds caring. I wonder whether you're still on medication. After all the meow,
Yeah.
Instead of, are you still on medication or not? Are you still on medication implies that it's a judgmental component, implies that you should be on medication. If you don't take a medication, it's bad karma. It implies something. So it shouldn't be judgmental. So usually I ask this after the meal, I'm wondering whether you are taking your medication. Okay. Even asking about medication compliance, there's an art of asking. You ask, so for the last 3 months, did you take or you didn't take your medication? Wow, very blunt. You see, most of my patients, sometimes they forget to take medicine. Most of my patients, sometimes they forget to take medicine. Even those very good ones, rarely they reach 100% one. Some or they forget. I wonder whether that happens to you as well. Different style, is it?
Yeah.
Compared to, hey, you got to take a lot. like police interrogation, is it? It's an art.
Understand. Thank you.
Okay. Go. Okay.
Okay.